With no time to think, he threw open the door to your room, his eyes scanning, frantically. The silence hit him like a wall. What had happened? Where were you? He could feel the weight of his breath in his throat, choking on fear as he stepped further into the room, searching for any sign of you. His throat dried up as his eyes darted around the room. Where were you? His lips parted, a soft whisper escaping. Jungkook Yin, princess? Silence. Then, he heard it, a muffled, broken sob. His chest tightened painfully. His fingers curled into fists as he rushed toward the sound. The sobs were coming from the bathroom, the closed door standing between him and you. His palm slammed slightly against it. Jungkook Yin, open the door. No answer. His heartbeat pounded in his ears. What if you were trying to hurt yourself? The thought alone made him sick. His hand curled into a fist before pressing flat against the door again, this time with desperation. Jungkook, sweetheart, please, just hear me out. His voice was hoarse, almost trembling. I'm right here, okay? You're not alone. Just open the door for me, Yin. Still, no response. His pulse was erratic, panic setting in. He knew what drowning in fear felt like. He had seen it before. The panic clawed at his throat, making it hard to breathe. His shoulder suddenly slammed into the door. Once, twice. Yin, go away, go away, go away. Jungkook froze. His breath caught in his throat as your screams tore through the silence. Not just screams, they were raw, broken, filled with so much pain that it sent a chill down his spine. His fingers twitched, ready to break down the door, but his gut told him to stop. If he forced his way in, if he scared you any further, it would only push you deeper into whatever darkness was swallowing you right now. His jaw clenched as he pressed his forehead against the door, his voice softer now. Jungkook, okay, I am not doing anything, I promise. But please, Yin, just talk to me. Let me in. Inside the bathroom, your chest ached, your whole body trembled. The floor beneath you was ice cold, but it still wasn't enough to numb the burning inside you. Your nails dug into your skin as your hands moved restlessly, gripping your wet clothes, trying to rub them off, scratch them away. It felt wrong. It felt disgusting. The fabric was sticking to your body, suffocating you, reminding you needed it to stop. Your breath hitched as you gripped your hair, pulling hard. Your scalp burned, but it wasn't enough. Nothing was enough. The past came crashing down on you like a tidal wave, suffocating you, dragging you under. Their laughter as they shoved you to the ground, the bruises you hid, your mother's cold stare as she watched you cry and spoke, "You deserve it." Your entire body flinched, your stomach twisted painfully as a sob ripped from your throat. Why wouldn't it stop? The voices, the memories, the feeling of being so goddamn small. You wanted to disappear, to stop feeling, to stop. And then, through the haze, through the suffocating weight of your past, you heard him. Jungkook, Yin, please. Your body stiffened. Jungkook. His voice wasn't angry. It wasn't demanding. It wasn't pitying. It was pleading. You swallowed thickly, your breath uneven. You wanted to ignore it. You wanted to sink further into the darkness. But his voice pulled at something inside you, something fragile, something that still, somehow, wanted to believe in him. Slowly, your sobs quieted, your body trembling as you strained to listen. Jungkook's hands trembled as he pressed his forehead against the cold wooden door, his chest heaving with each unsteady breath. The silence from inside the bathroom felt suffocating, a void that wrapped around his heart and squeezed. He could feel it, your pain, but you shutting yourself in, breaking down behind this locked door, hurting yourself. This was his worst fear coming true. His heart pounded erratically as he pressed his palm flat against the door. Jungkook, Yin. His voice was hoarse, shaky. I'm right here. Open the door, baby. Please. Still, no response. Just muffled sobs, broken, choked sounds that sent sharp pains straight to his chest. Jungkook closed his eyes, swallowing hard. Jungkook, please don't hurt yourself, sweetheart. His voice dropped to a whisper, barely holding itself together. Please, not you. You want to hurt someone? Hurt me. You want to pull on someone's hair. Pull on mine. Just don't do this to yourself. He felt his own throat tighten, his eyes stinging with unshed tears. You're my little bunny, right? He exhaled shakily. Come out, cry with me, scream at me, do anything. Just don't shut me out like this. Still, nothing. Jungkook sucked in a sharp breath, his hands clenching into fists. He had to get to you. He couldn't just stand here knowing you were drowning in your pain. Jungkook, just let me in, baby. Please. The silence stretched, his words lingering in the air. He stayed still, his ears alert for any sound, and then, a sniffle. Jungkook's breath hitched. It was faint, almost inaudible, but it was there. His heart clenched at the small sign of hope, the smallest indication that his words were reaching you. He didn't say anything more, not wanting to scare you away. He just sat there, his presence loud even in the quiet, and then, he heard it, the sound of movement, a soft shuffle. He didn't dare breathe too loudly. And then, click, the door cracked open, just enough for him to peek inside. Jungkook exhaled a breath he hadn't even realized he was holding. Relief flooded his chest, but the moment his eyes landed on you, that relief turned into something far heavier. You were curled up on the floor, sitting near the door, your fingers gripping the wooden frame so tightly your knuckles were white. Your hair was a tangled mess, strands sticking to your damp cheeks. Your dress was wrinkled, soaked, clinging to your trembling form. You looked so small, so broken. Jungkook's heart ached as he slowly lowered himself, crouching down to your level. His breath hitched at the sight of your red-rimmed eyes, the way your lips trembled. Your entire body curled inward, like you were trying to disappear, but still holding the door so he wouldn't enter in. Jungkook, come here. His voice was gentle, almost soft, but you shook your head, still sniffling, your grip on the door tightening as if afraid that if you let go, he'd enter. Jungkook sighed, his heart pounding with a mix of relief and helplessness. He finally had you in front of him, but now, he was scared. Scared to ask what he already knew. Scared to confirm the pain he saw in your eyes. But he had to. His voice was barely above a whisper. Jungkook, did you remember everything? The moment the words left his lips, your entire body stiffened. And then, a sob tore from your throat, your shoulders shaking violently as you nodded. Jungkook closed his eyes for a brief moment, inhaling deeply, trying to keep himself together. He hated this. He hated that you had to carry this pain, hated that he couldn't erase it for you. Slowly, carefully, he extended his hand, hoping you'd take it. But the second he did, you flinched. His breath caught in his throat as he immediately withdrew his hand, not wanting to push you. But when you finally spoke, your words cut through him like a knife. Yin, why did you bring me here? Your voice was fragile, barely above a whisper, but the pain in it was deafening. Why didn't you just let me suffer at the hospital? Jungkook's entire body froze. What? His stomach twisted into painful knots, his heart hammering against his ribs. He blinked, trying to process what you had just said. His voice was strained when he finally spoke. Jungkook, how could I, Yin? Finally, for the first time, you looked at him, his heart clenched at the sight of your face tear streak, broken, so devastatingly fragile. Yin, why couldn't you? Jungkook, your voice cracked, filled with a kind of emptiness that terrified him. Who am I to you? Jungkook felt something snap inside him. A tear slipped down his own cheek, his emotions breaking through the walls he had tried so hard to keep up. How could he tell you? How could he explain the way his entire world revolved around you? How could he put into words the way his heart ached every time he saw you in pain? His voice was barely above a whisper. Jungkook, everything, Yin. He swallowed hard. You're my everything. You lowered your head again. Silent, Jungkook knew you heard him. He knew you felt it, because no matter how much pain you were drowning in, you knew he was telling the truth. You knew it from the way he never left your side. You knew it from the way he looked at you, like you were the only thing in the world that mattered. You knew it from the way he was here, sitting outside your door, breaking apart just as much as you were. And then, Jungkook, I love you. Yin, your breath hitched. Jungkook's voice was soft, but so full of emotion that it sent another tear rolling down your cheek. I love you so much, baby. You're my everything. The moment the words left his lips, you broke. A sob wrecked through your body. His hands trembled as he suddenly gripped handle, torn between wanting to rush to you and the fear of scaring you more. He could feel your pain without seeing it, and it was eating him alive. His voice cracked with raw emotion as he whispered, barely able to get the words out. Jungkook, come to me, Yin, please, I beg you. His plea seemed to reach you, and the door creaked open slowly. He held his breath, praying you'd allow him in. The moment the door opened wide enough for him to see your whole body, his heart skipped a beat. You were trembling, your eyes swollen from crying, and your body was a fragile mess. But what broke him most was how desperately you reached for him, your arms outstretched, silently begging for comfort, for safety, for him. Your trembling body searched for his touch, your head tilting up, your tears pouring freely as you sobbed uncontrollably. Without a second thought, Jungkook rushed forward, closing the distance between you in an instant. His arms enveloped you as you collapsed into his chest, seeking solace in the only person you trusted right now. Jungkook, it's okay, baby, it's okay. Calm down, Jungkook murmured softly, his voice laced with both pain and tenderness. You wrapped your arms tightly around him, your body shaking uncontrollably, and he pulled you onto his lap, sitting on the floor near the bathroom door. You both clung to each other like the world could fall apart at any moment. His hands moved instinctively, brushing your hair from your face, running through the tangled strands, soothing the invisible pain you carried. His other hand moved to your back, rubbing soothing circles, his touch gentle but firm, grounding you in his warmth. Jungkook, shh, it's okay, sweetheart, he whispered again, his voice the only thing in the world that could calm you in this moment. It's okay. Let it out, cry as much as you need to, I'm here. His words were soft, but they held a strength that reached deep inside you, offering the comfort you never thought you'd find. You didn't speak, unable to form words, only able to cry his name over and over. Jungkook, Jungkook, as if calling out to him was the only way to keep from completely losing yourself. Your sobs echoed in the room, heartbreaking and full of pain. But Jungkook never once pulled away. He stayed there, his arms around you, his chest rising and falling with every breath you took, as if trying to match the rhythm of your own heartbeats. Jungkook, it's okay, he whispered, his voice filled with tenderness as he tightened his embrace. You don't have to speak, just relax, I've got you. And just like that, for what seemed like an eternity, you cried. The floodgates opened, and Jungkook remained with you, his body holding you, his hands rubbing your back, offering comfort as you let out every ounce of pain you had been holding inside. He didn't ask questions, didn't try to fix it, he just was there for you, and that was enough. The minutes passed, but it felt like hours. Gradually, your sobs slowed, your breathing becoming more steady. Still, you stayed in his arms, unwilling to let go. Eventually, he carefully lifted you, guiding you to the bed. He laid you down gently, your body still trembling slightly, and you curled into him, your face rested on his chest, your arms clutching the fabric of his shirt like you were afraid to lose him. Jungkook wrapped his arms around you, his hold never wavering. Your voice, quiet and fragile, broke the silence after some time. Yin, Jungkook, he kissed the top of your head softly, a silent promise that he would be there no matter what. Jungkook, I'm here, Yin, you're safe now, you can talk if you need to. You lifted your head slightly, your eyes meeting his, and a small, vulnerable question escaped your lips. Yin, you love me, don't you? Your words were a whisper, laced with a quiet fear. Fear of the truth, fear of how deep your feelings for him went, and how much you longed for his reassurance. Jungkook smiled softly, a warm, genuine smile that only made your heart ache more. He leaned down, kissing you gently on the lips, soft and tender, as if to say everything without using words. You bit your lip, your face flushing as you quickly buried your face back in his chest. His smile deepened, his hand gently stroking your hair as he held you close. Jungkook, do you feel better now? He asked softly, his voice filled with concern, but there was a trace of hope in it too. He wanted to help you heal. You nodded, tightening your arms around him, but you knew you couldn't keep hiding everything. You couldn't just bury your pain any longer. It was time to speak, to be open with him, to let him see the broken parts of you that you had hidden for so long. Yin, you know, I wasn't always like this, you started, but then you hesitated. The truth hung heavily in the air, and you realized you were only trying to console him with words that weren't entirely honest. You had always been this way, broken and fragile, hiding behind walls built from years of pain. But with Jungkook, you felt safe enough to finally let down those walls. Yin, I was always like this, you said again quietly, pressing your cheek harder against his chest. You could feel the warmth of his heart beneath your ear, and it calmed you. His arms tightened around you, pulling you closer, and he continued to stroke your hair, offering you comfort without needing you to explain everything. You let out a shaky breath, your voice barely above a whisper. Yin, I never knew what a hug felt like, until you did it for me. Jungkook swallowed hard, his throat tightening with emotions he couldn't put into words. He had to be strong, had to keep himself together for you. But deep down, a part of him was terrified. What if hearing your pain shattered him? What if he wasn't strong enough to hold it all in? What if he ended up crying even more than you? Still, he refused to let go. Instead, he held you even closer, as if his embrace alone could shield you from the past. Your voice trembled as you continued. Yin, this feels good. No one's ever hugged me like this. Not even my mother. Jungkook inhaled sharply, the weight of your words settling deep in his chest. He didn't know what hurt more, the fact that you had never felt this kind of comfort before, or the fact that the one person who should have given it to you never did. His voice was soft but firm when he spoke. Jungkook, tell me, Yin. Let it out. You don't have to carry this alone anymore. A single tear slipped down your cheek, and your fingers clutched the fabric of his shirt even more. Yin. Jungkook, my mother never loved me. The moment the words left your lips, Jungkook felt his entire body tense, his jaw clenched, but he forced himself to stay silent, waiting, listening. You took a shuddering breath. I was told that I was a mistake, a drunken mistake, that my own parents never even wanted me. Jungkook's hold on you tightened, his muscles stiff beneath your trembling frame. Yin, every time I got bullied, every time I came home with bruises from classmates beating me, my mother beat me more. Jungkook sucked in a breath, his grip on you almost desperate now. His hand moved to your back, rubbing slow, firm circles, trying to anchor you, to let you know you weren't alone anymore. Yin, whenever I was accused of something I never did, she never asked questions, she never believed me, she just hit me, you whispered, your voice barely holding together. I was so confused, Jungkook. I kept asking myself, why? Why would a mother do this to her own child? Jungkook's heart ached at your words, his own emotions swirling dangerously close to the surface. But he didn't speak, not yet. You let out a bitter, broken laugh. Yin, I could never turn to my father. He was never there. He was never home. And my mother, you swallowed hard, your entire body shaking. She manipulated me. Jungkook froze. Jungkook, what do you mean? His voice was careful, cautious, as if he was bracing himself for whatever you were about to say. You let out a breath so unsteady, it felt like your lungs might collapse. Yin, she convinced me that I didn't deserve to live. Jungkook's entire body stilled, your lips trembled. Whenever I made a mistake, whenever something went wrong, she would look me in the eye and say, you ruined my life, Yin, you should just die, you shouldn't exist. Jungkook's breathing turned heavy, his grip on you so tight now that it was almost as if he was afraid you'd slip away. Jungkook, no, he whispered, shaking his head. No, baby. She was wrong. She was so damn wrong. But you weren't done. Your body trembled harder. And suddenly, the emotions became too much. You broke down, sobbing into his chest. Jungkook could feel every breath you took, every shake of your fragile frame, and it took everything in him not to break down with you. He had to be strong. So he did the only thing he could. He hugged you tighter, his hands running up and down your back, his lips pressing against the top of your head in silent reassurance. Jungkook, breathe, my love, just breathe. After a few moments, your sobs slowed, but your voice remained unsteady. Yin, I tried to ask my mother why she hated me so much. I thought, maybe if I understood, I could fix it. Maybe I could make her love me. Jungkook's heart shattered at your words. Yin, and you know what she told me? You let out a hollow laugh, void of any warmth, that I wasn't even her child. Jungkook's breath caught in his throat as he looked down at you. She told me, she saw me as nothing but suffering. You whispered, she said I was punishment for my father cheating on her. My dad had an affair, and the woman he cheated with, she died while giving birth to me. Jungkook's hands stilled on your back, his entire body tense. Your fingers gripped his shirt tighter, your knuckles turning white. Yin, that my father begged her to raise me. She had no choice. And so, she never saw me as her daughter. She saw me as a reminder of why she lost her husband's love. Every time she looked at me, she saw her, the woman he loved. She blamed me for everything. A sob tore through your throat. But what was my mistake, Jungkook? What did I do wrong? That was it. Jungkook snapped. He pulled back just enough to cup your face, his touch firm yet unbearably gentle. His thumbs brushed away your tears, but more kept falling, slipping between his fingers. His eyes burned with unshed tears of his own, raw and full of rage, not at you, but at the world that had hurt you so deeply. Jungkook, no, Yin. No, his voice was thick with emotion, his jaw clenched so tightly it ached. Jungkook, you did nothing wrong. Nothing. This wasn't your fault, baby. Not even for a second. Your lip trembled, your entire body weak from crying. You didn't deserve this. Jungkook's voice was stronger now, his grip on you firm, unyielding. You were just a child, an innocent, beautiful soul who deserved love, who still deserves love. You hiccuped, trying to speak, but before you could, Jungkook leaned in and pressed a firm, lingering kiss to your forehead. His fingers wove through your hair, soft yet firm, stopping your hands from gripping and pulling at your own strands in frustration. Instead, he held you, soothing you, making sure you knew you weren't alone. Your sobs shook your entire body, your hands fisting the fabric of his shirt instead. Your breath hitched as you tried to force out the words that had been buried deep inside you for so long. Yin, it never stopped. Jungkook, nothing ever stopped, you whispered, your voice trembling. Jungkook swallowed hard, his throat dry, his heart aching with every word you spoke. When I thought I would finally be happy, finally be free from my mother, you took a deep, shaky breath, but it did nothing to calm you. I met Josh. Jungkook's entire body tensed beneath you. You squeezed your eyes shut, your grip on his shirt tightening as you continued. Yin, he was my worst nightmare. Jungkook, he found out about my past, about how I was just a mistake to my parents, how my father cheated on my mother, how I was never wanted, and he turned it into a game. Jungkook's fists clenched, his breathing turned shallow, his chest rising and falling with controlled anger. Yin, he spread it like wildfire. You continued, your voice cracking, made sure everyone knew. My classmates, they never let me forget. They laughed at me, mocked me, made me feel like I was nothing. Jungkook's jaw tightened, his teeth grinding together as his body trembled slightly. He wanted to speak, wanted to scream for you, but he let you continue, knowing you needed to let it all out. And then, Josh told me he could make it all stop. You whispered, your voice barely above a breath. Your throat felt tight, but you forced yourself to say it. Yin, he told me that if I agreed to be in a relationship with him, he would stop the bullying, he would stop everyone. He made it sound like he was saving me. Jungkook's grip on your waist tightened, his breathing uneven, and when I refused, you swallowed, your body shaking. Yin, he got worse. He started forcing himself on me. He would touch me whenever he wanted, corner me when no one was looking. He would whisper the most disgusting things in my ear, tell me that no one else would ever want me, that I was worthless, that I belonged to him. Jungkook's entire body went rigid, his fingers twitched, his breathing became harsh, and his entire chest was rising and falling rapidly. His hold on you was still gentle, but his muscles were locked, his entire frame trembling. Then, his voice came, rough, controlled, but lethal. Jungkook, that tears blurred your vision as you gripped onto him tighter. Yin, he made me believe it. Jungkook, you let out a broken laugh, one filled with bitterness and pain. He made me believe that I wasn't worthy of living, that no one cared, that I was nothing. Yin, I didn't know what to do. I had no one to reassure me, no one to tell me I wasn't the problem. Your voice was hoarse, exhausted from holding in this pain for so long. I felt so lost. Jungkook clenched his jaw so tightly that it ached. His chest felt heavy, his heart shattered for you. I went back to my mom, you whispered, your voice hollow. I thought, maybe she would care. Maybe she would listen. Jungkook's brows furrowed, his breath still unsteady. Yin, but she was already in the hospital, and my father was there, taking care of her. For the first time in my life, I saw him by her side. He looked at her with so much love, and I realized, maybe I shouldn't interrupt them. Maybe I wasn't needed. And here Jungkook broke. His throat was tight, his lips parted as if he wanted to say something, but no words came out. Yin, so I ran. Your voice cracked, and Jungkook hated that he wasn't there to stop you from feeling this way back then. I never looked back. I cut all ties. I didn't want to be reminded of what I was, a burden. Jungkook snapped. His voice came out raw, desperate. Jungkook, no, don't say that. Don't you dare say that. Tears blurred your vision, your body shaking harder. Yin. And then, years later, Josh was in the same company as me. Your breath hitched, your nails digging into his back. Even after all those years, he still tried to take control. He still tried to force himself on me. He still tried to take me to his bed, to ruin me, to own me. You let out a hollow laugh, full of exhaustion and pain. And then you saw it too, how he said he was sorry. Yin, like it never happened, like he didn't destroy me. Jungkook couldn't take it anymore. His breathing was ragged. His fingers curled into fists behind your back as he tried to contain the storm inside him. His voice came out broken. Jungkook, you're so strong, my love, so strong. His throat tightened, his Adam's apple bobbing as he tried to hold back his sobs. Jungkook, I can't even begin to imagine the pain you've carried all these years. No one should have had to go through that. You didn't deserve it. You never did. You hiccuped on your sobs, unable to stop them. Jungkook cupped your face, his hands trembling slightly, but his touch was firm, steady. His thumbs brushed away your tears, but more kept falling. His voice was thick with emotion. Jungkook, I swear to you, I will replace all of that pain with my love. Every wound, every scar, I will cover it with love. You will never feel alone again. You will never feel unloved. I won't let it happen. You let out another sob, and Jungkook pulled you into his chest, his arms wrapping around you so tightly that you felt his heart beating against yours. Jungkook's lips lingered against your forehead, warm and reassuring, as if he was trying to seal a silent promise into your skin. His breath fanned over your face, slow and steady, but you could feel the slight tremble in his body, the silent battle he was fighting within himself. His large hands cradled your back, his fingers tracing slow, comforting patterns along your spine. Jungkook, I'm so blessed, Yin, he murmured, his lips brushing against your forehead again, lingering longer this time. You survived. You're here, with me. You are a gift, and I swear, I will cherish this gift for the rest of my life. His thumb gently wiped away the tear that had escaped down your cheek, his touch featherlight, reverent. But behind his tenderness, you could sense the storm raging inside him. Jungkook's jaw clenched for a moment, his eyes darkening as memories of that bastard Josh flickered through his mind. He swallowed hard. Jungkook, if only I had known back then. He exhaled shakily, his fingers twitching against your skin, as he thought, I should have hit him harder. I should have made him suffer. But the past couldn't be rewritten. All he could do now was love you enough to erase every ounce of pain you had ever felt. His hands cupped your cheeks, his thumbs tracing delicate circles against your skin, calming both you and himself. Jungkook, you have my arms, always open for you, Yin, he whispered. Jungkook, whenever the past tries to haunt you, whenever you feel like the world is too much, just come to me. Take all my love, sweetheart. Let me hold you. Let me remind you that you are the most important person in my life, the most cherished. His voice cracked slightly, but he kept going. I'm so sorry, Yin. You didn't deserve any of it. Not a single moment of that pain. Your throat tightened, your chest ached. His words felt like a balm to the wounds you had buried so deep. But it wasn't enough. You needed more. Your fingers clutched the fabric of his shirt, your voice barely above a breath. Yin, love me, Jungkook. His eyes widened, searching yours, his breath catching in his throat. Jungkook, Yin, I want you to love me, you repeated, firmer this time, desperation lacing your voice. Please, a sharp inhale. And then, his expression melted, his lips parted slightly, his gaze softening, filling with something so deep and consuming it made your heart stutter. A small, tender smile tugged at the corner of his lips. He brought your hands up, intertwining his fingers with yours, his grip firm yet gentle. Jungkook, I'll always love you, Yin. And then he kissed you. Soft, slow, gentle. His lips moved against yours with a tenderness that made your entire body shiver. It wasn't just a kiss. It was a confession, a vow, a silent plea to let him heal the wounds you had carried for too long. You melted into him, your fingers threading through his soft hair, pulling him closer. Your heart pounded as his hands found your waist, holding you as if you were something fragile yet precious beyond measure. Jungkook hovered above you, his body warm, his presence intoxicating. His lips deepened, the kiss, his grip on you tightening, and you felt everything in that moment, his love, his passion, his unspoken promises. When he finally pulled back, just barely, his forehead resting against yours, you whispered against his lips, Yin, I love you. Jungkook, his breath hitched, and then his smile broke through, genuine, radiant. It reached his eyes, making them shine like stars, making your heart swell so much it hurt. Jungkook, let me love you, he murmured, his voice thick with devotion. His eyes traced your face, memorizing every inch, every detail. My beautiful, beautiful woman. His lips found your cheek first, pressing a lingering kiss there, then another, soft and sweet. Then your closed eyelids, the bridge of your nose, your chin. Each kiss was slow, deliberate, worshipping. His hands roamed gently over your arms, your waist, your back, mapping your body like he was memorizing you. His touch was warm, secure, grounding. Jungkook, you're safe with me, my love, he whispered, his lips hovering just over yours again, always. And then, he kissed you again, deeper, longer, as if he was trying to pour every ounce of love he had into you, as if he was trying to rewrite your past with the warmth of his touch. Jungkook wasn't just kissing you, he was healing you, and in that moment, nothing else existed. Just you, just him, just love. The golden hues of the evening sun filtered through the sheer curtains, casting soft shadows across the dimly lit room. The atmosphere was warm, intimate, wrapped in the scent of lavender from the bed sheets and the lingering essence of Jungkook's skin against yours. For the past 3 hours, you had both been lost in a deep, peaceful slumber, tangled in each other's warmth. His bare chest was pressed firmly against your back, his slow, rhythmic breaths ghosting over your skin. His arm, heavy and secure, was draped around your waist. His fingers sprawled underneath your shirt, gripping your skin in his sleep as if even unconsciously. He was afraid to let go. Your lashes fluttered, and you slowly blinked yourself awake, your senses sharpening, your body attuned to the warmth around you. The first thing you noticed, his hold. It was possessive, protective. A strange flutter rose in your chest, a warmth that spread through your veins. Carefully, you shifted in his hold, turning to face him, making sure not to disturb his sleep. And the moment your gaze landed on him, your breath hitched. Jungkook, fast asleep, his face calm, relaxed, his dark lashes casting shadows on his cheeks. The soft glow of the evening light kissed his bare skin, highlighting the deep red marks decorating his toned chest. The marks you left. A blush crept up your neck as the memories of last hour flooded your mind. How desperately he had whispered for you to claim him, how he had begged for your lips on his skin. Your gaze softened, a surge of love, of gratefulness, filled your chest as you took in his features, the perfect curve of his nose, the sharp outline of his jaw, the way his lips parted slightly as he breathed. Your fingers moved on their own, tracing the outline of his face, lingering over his lips. A small amused smile tugged at your own as you played with them, your touch feather light, your heart pounded. The warmth of his lips beneath your fingertips ignited something inside you, a familiar craving. Memories flashed again, his lips on yours, soft yet demanding. The way he kissed you like he was starved, like he needed to breath you. The way he made you feel, how desperately he loved you. The urge to taste him again overtook you. Your fingers still played at his lips, feather light, teasing the soft skin. You hesitated, your eyes flickering up to check if he was still asleep. He was still, so you leaned in, slowly, carefully. You brushed your lips over his, barely a touch. Your heart raced. You bit your lip, debating, before finally you took his lower lip into your mouth, kissing it softly, savoring the feeling. But the second your lips touched his, Jungkook's entire body ignited with heat. He had been awake, fully awake. He had felt every touch, every trace of your fingers, every hesitant press of your lips. He had fought to remain still, waiting, anticipating, aching for you to do more. But now he couldn't hold back. Before you could pull away, before you could even register what was happening, his strong arm curled around your waist, yanking you against him. A small gasp escaped you as his lips crashed onto yours, stealing the breath from your lungs. The kiss was deep, slow, breathtaking, claiming you, owning you. A satisfied hum rumbled from his chest as he devoured your lips, his other hand threading into your hair, tilting your head to deepen the kiss. You melted instantly. You didn't even think, your fingers tangled in his hair, your body pressing closer, your heart pounding wildly in your chest. When he finally pulled away, your breathing was uneven, your lips tingling from the intensity. Your eyes fluttered open, dazed. A small, embarrassed pout formed on your lips as you muttered, "Yin, I thought you were sleeping." Jungkook smirked, his voice husky as he whispered, "Jungkook, I'm still sleeping, baby. Come kiss me again. Do whatever you want to me." Heat rushed to your cheeks. You huffed and playfully smacked his chest, making him chuckle. He groaned dramatically, rubbing the spot as if you had truly hurt him. "Jungkook, I'm sorry," he murmured, his voice turning soft, sincere. "I couldn't resist." You glanced up at him, your fingers finding his chin, gently rubbing it, playing with it. His gaze softened, a deep warmth filling his eyes as he watched you. He had spent every moment with you, memorizing the little details, the way your fingers played with his skin, the way your eyes held so much love despite everything. You were still his little bunny. Sure, you remembered everything now, but you were still you, still sweet, still soft, still his. His fingers traced slow, lazy patterns on your back, slipping under the fabric of your shirt again. "Jungkook, it's not hurting, right?" His voice was low, careful. A deep blush colored your cheeks as you shook your head. "Yin, You were gentle. Jungkook's breath hitched. He shut his eyes for a moment, his lips pressing together as he tried to contain the grin threatening to take over his face. You didn't even realize the effect you had on him, Jungkook. He teased, his fingers continuing their slow, tortuous tracing along your spine. A shiver ran down your body, making you instinctively lean into him, your hands gripping onto his shoulders for support. You were so lost in the warmth, in the way he made you feel, that you barely even realized what you said next. Then, out of nowhere, Jungkook, I'm bored. You halted your movements, blinking. Jungkook blinked too. Then, he smirked. A mischievous glint flickered in his eyes as he hummed, pretending to think. Then suddenly, Jungkook, shall we dance? Your eyes lit up instantly. Dance? Heck yes. The idea of swaying in Jungkook's arms, moving to a soft melody, felt like a dream. But before you could eagerly say yes, reality hit you. You didn't know how to dance. Your excitement faded just as quickly as it came, your shoulders dropping as doubt crept in. Jungkook immediately noticed the change in your expression. He reached out, gently tucking a loose strand of hair behind your ear before tilting his head slightly, his gaze soft. Jungkook, it's okay if you don't want to. I was just suggesting, he said, his voice light, giving you an easy way out. You shook your head, sighing. It's not that. I don't know how to dance. Jungkook huffed a small laugh, a fond smile tugging at the corners of his lips. His hands found your waist, squeezing gently. Jungkook, baby, that's not a big deal. We'll figure it out together, okay? Just trust me. Before you could protest, he leaned down, pressing a tender kiss to your forehead. Then, he suddenly stood up, searching for his phone. You watched him, confused, until he sat on the edge of the bed, scrolling through his playlist curious. You scooted closer, wrapping your arms around his bare back from behind. Your chin rested on his shoulder as you peeked at his screen. His skin was warm against your cheek, and his scent, fresh and addicting, only made you want to stay in his hold forever. A soft, calming melody soon filled the room, its gentle rhythm melting away your hesitation. Jungkook turned his head slightly, his lips grazing the top of your head as he whispered, Jungkook, come, let's dance. Before you could react, he spun around and scooped you up into his arms effortlessly, twirling you in the air. A surprised laugh escaped your lips, your heart racing as he spun you around the room. Jungkook, you squealed, clutching onto him. He grinned, placing you gently back on the floor. His hands never left your waist as he guided your arms up to rest on his shoulders, his own hands sliding down to your waist. The warmth of his touch sent a shiver down your spine. Jungkook, just follow me, he murmured, his voice soft but reassuring. He took a slow step to the side, and you hesitantly moved with him. He led, you followed. Your bodies swayed together, your movements clumsy at first, tugging at his lowers in hesitation. But Jungkook only chuckled, pulling you closer. Jungkook, see, you're doing perfect, he whispered, his breath tickling your ear. You smiled shyly, your fingers playing with the hair at the nape of his neck as you moved together in sync. Jungkook, dancing isn't about perfect steps, baby. It's about feeling the moment. Just follow me. You nodded, trusting him, allowing yourself to sink into the moment. His fingers gently squeezed your waist, reassuring you as he slowly spun you around. For the first time, you felt at ease, your body moving naturally with his, and a small smile crept onto your lips. Just as you thought he was about to teach you another step, a mischievous glint flashed in his eyes. Before you could react, his hands shot out and found your most ticklish spot on your sides. Your eyes widened. Jungkook, no, stop. But it was too late. A playful grin stretched across his face as he mercilessly tickled you, sending you into a fit of uncontrollable laughter. Jungkook, please, you gasped between giggles, your body twisting in his hold as you tried to escape. Jungkook, oh, my baby suddenly forgot how to dance, he teased, his voice laced with amusement. You tried pushing against his chest, your legs weak from laughing, but he was stronger. He grabbed your waist and effortlessly lifted you off your feet, spinning you around. Jungkook, put me down, you shrieked, your arms tightening around his neck in both fear and excitement. Jungkook, let me think about it, he hummed, pretending to contemplate before spinning you again. The room blurred as he twirled you in his arms, your laughter echoing through the space. He finally slowed down, holding you close, his nose brushing against yours as he caught his breath. His eyes softened as he gazed at you, his fingers now tracing small circles on your waist instead of tickling. Jungkook, You know, I think I just found my new favorite sound. Yin. What? You breathed, still trying to steady yourself. Jungkook. Your laughter. It's beautiful. His words struck something deep inside you. Your chest tightened, warmth rushing through your veins. You lowered your gaze, suddenly feeling shy under his intense gaze. He didn't let you look away, tilting your chin up gently. He made sure you met his eyes. Jungkook. No more hiding. Love. I want you to be happy, always. And before you could say anything, he pressed a soft, lingering kiss to your forehead, his lips warm and comforting. His arms stayed wrapped around you, as if promising to never let go. You closed your eyes, letting the moment sink in, your heart thundering in your chest. Maybe, just maybe, happiness wasn't as far away as you once thought. The room felt still, like time had momentarily paused. The world outside seemed distant as the two of you lay there side by side, your eyes locked. Jungkook's gaze softened as he looked at you, and in that moment, you both understood what words couldn't express. The silence stretched on, but it wasn't awkward. It was full of everything you needed to say. Your heart was racing with emotions you couldn't contain. So you finally broke the silence, your voice barely above a whisper. Yin, I love you. Jungkook's breath hitched for a second. He knew this was the moment. His heart pounded in his chest, his lips curving into a small smirk as he bit down on them, excited, yet nervous for what he was about to do next. Without breaking eye contact, he slowly sat up, his fingers grazing your knee before he placed a soft kiss on it. Your brows furrowed in curiosity as he got off the bed and walked toward the wardrobe. He opened it, rummaging through something before turning back, one hand hidden behind his back. Your eyes widened with curiosity, a sense of urgency building in your chest. You sat up quickly, your heart racing as you watched him. Yin, what is it? You asked, the tension between you both thickening. You swung your legs off the bed, now sitting on the edge, eyes locked on him as he suddenly knelt before you. The air was thick with emotion, and everything felt like it was slowing down. He held the small box behind his back, his eyes reflecting a mix of nervousness and hope. Jungkook. Yin, have you ever thought about spending the rest of your life with me? His voice was shaky, but there was a fire in it, a quiet, undeniable strength. You blinked, your mind racing. You frowned for a moment, feeling a little confused. But then, without warning, you pouted slightly, and your words made his heart stop. Yin, where would I go? You're my home. I have to stay with you, forever. His face flushed with emotion, a tender smile tugging at his lips. His heart was beating out of his chest. You had just answered his unspoken question, and now, everything was perfect. But Jungkook still struggled to find the courage to say what was in his heart. Jungkook. So what if we? He couldn't find the words to finish, and instead, he took a deep breath and opened the box, revealing a glimmering engagement ring. He held it out to you, his hands shaking slightly. Jungkook, let me marry you, Yin. Let's get married. His voice trembled with vulnerability as he waited for your reaction, the ring glinting in the soft light of the room. For a moment, time seemed to stop. You froze, your mind processing what was happening. The room felt like it was closing in on you, your emotions overwhelming you. And then, without warning, a tear slipped from your eye, followed by another, and soon the tears were falling freely from your eyes. Yin, when did you even buy this? You asked, your voice choked with emotion. You quickly covered your face with your hands, unable to control the flood of tears. Before he could respond, you pulled him toward you, crushing your body against his in a tight hug. Suddenly, you both fell backward onto the floor as he lost his balance, laughing through the tears as Jungkook held you close, one arm around your waist still holding the ring, his other hand gently stroking your hair. Jungkook, about 10 days ago, he whispered, a smile forming on his face. I knew I couldn't live without you. I wanted to do this in the most perfect way possible, but I couldn't wait anymore. You looked at him, tears still in your eyes, but a soft smile tugged at your lips. You kissed him fiercely, your lips crashing onto his as the intensity of the moment flooded over you. You were on his lap now, not caring about anything but the two of you, lost in your love for one another. Yin, there's no better way. Jungkook, what could be better than just you and me? He smiled through his own tears, wiping away yours as he cupped your face in his hands, his thumb brushing over your cheeks. He felt a love for you that he could never fully express in words. Jungkook, I love you, Yin. I love you so much. With a tenderness that matched his feelings, he gently slid the ring onto your finger, the symbolism of the gesture hitting you both like a wave. You laughed, a mixture of joy and disbelief as tears streamed down your face. You hugged him tighter, suddenly rolling together on the floor with him, caught up in the pure joy of the moment. Jungkook, baby, baby, baby. He laughed, rolling along with you, his voice full of happiness. This is it, you and me, forever. You laughed along with him, the sound of your joy filling the room. You knew that this was the start of something beautiful. You were both ready for the journey ahead together. Jungkook, you make me the happiest man alive. I promise I'll always take care of you. I'll never let go, Yin, never. You smiled, your heart full as you buried your face in his neck, feeling safe in his arms. You were home.